Today's episode of The Botch is brought to you by our new favorite app called Draft. Here's how it works. It's a season-long best ball format. Your best players get automatically selected, and you'll get the best score every week. You can draft a team anytime you want, and the best part is you can play for cold, hard cash. Leagues start from just $3, so there's a league for everyone. Just search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and come play free with promo code FAKEPIGSKIN. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into the $3 best ball draft when you make your first deposit, but you have to use our promo code FAKEPIGSKIN. Let's go, guys.
Welcome to the Botch Pod, presented by Fake Pigskin. I'm your host, Josh Bennett, and I'm joined today by the two other Botch Pod co-hosts. First of all, start off with Michael Vincent. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Josh. How's it going? I'm totally okay. We just lost a softball tournament. We had a 1-game-to-none lead and lost the last 2 games, but I'm totally okay with it. I'm fine. I'm okay.
You're okay. What would you rather happen? Would you rather the Cubs win the World Series again or you win your softball tournament?
Well, I don't want to be spoiled, but the Cubs just won it, and we haven't won a men's league title since 2013. So it's almost time for us to do it again. But no, the Cubs. Definitely the Cubs winning it again.
Okay, cool. I'm also joined today by Mr. Zach Van Kirk from Arizona. What's up, Zach?
Not much, man. I'm just enjoying the Diamondbacks game. My Diamondbacks, they're winning right now. Wild card game. And
big game Greinke.
Big game Greinke only lasted 3 2/3. So
nice.
I thought you were a Red Sox fan.
I am a Red Sox fan.
He's both.
He's both.
Okay. Both.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's like you. Never mind.
Yeah,
all your sports suck.
Don't go there. All right, let's get the show going. If you listened a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was a week ago, we talked about a mock draft that we were doing through Fake Pigskin. We are going very slowly. It's our September mock, and we're supposed to go 20 rounds, and we're halfway through round 13.
I thought we finished at 12. I thought we were just doing 12 mocks, 12 rounds of the mock.
Okay, well, it's on here until round 20. So, and I wondered why you were on the clock still.
I thought we were done. Well, regardless, we made it. We got 12 rounds done.
12 rounds done. A lot of guys left on the board that would be fantasy relevant, but at this point, you don't really know how relevant these later round guys are going to be in 9 weeks, 10 weeks. So, I like the 12-round mock in season because a lot of these guys that are left over, you're not getting too excited about them being on your roster. Do you guys have any surprises or anything that stood out to you in our mock draft?
Yeah. So I thought that Rob Gronkowski went really early. He went 19th, and I thought that was really early for a tight end with the amount of running backs. I mean, he went before Leonard Fournette, Joe Mixon, a lot of Christian McCaffrey, a lot of running back, Corey Davis, Jay Ajayi, a lot of younger guys, a lot of guys where there's a lot more upside at this point in their careers.
Right. Zach, what about you? Anything that stood out to you with our new ADP?
I don't know. Nothing really. I mean, a lot of you can definitely tell that the veterans are starting to fall. Guys like Adrian Peterson, just went in the 13th, even though he may have gone, before the season started. He's basically dead. I don't know. Really, Delaney Walker, some of these other older guys who are kind of hitting that point where they're just basically done or getting picked over by maybe that those 26 to 29-year-old receivers that I don't know something, but haven't fully broken out yet,
right?
Even though they're old.
Well, September mock we started a little late, but if anyone wants to join in on our October mocks, they can sign up at fakepigskin.com, or you can contact Zach Van Kirk on Twitter at Zach HHVK. Is that right, Zach? I'm so confused by your handle.
I like to say it like ZACHH because you don't want to make people think there's not 3 H's because God forbid it could be easier for people.
Right, that's true. So Zach with 3 H's, VK.
Cool.
All right,
I don't want people to find me.
Let's get into our segments. Mike made a show sheet today, so I'm just kind of going off what he put, and it's pretty solid. The first segment is called Dead or Back. Mike, I'll let you go ahead and start this one off. The first guy you have on here is DeMarco Murray.
Is DeMarco Murray dead or back? DeMarco Murray in 4 games has 1 touchdown and 1 100-yard game. Both happened against the Seahawks. Both occurred because of a broken 75-yard play. Zach, is DeMarco Murray dead or back?
I think he's actually dead, which is sad because I invested not like a ton, but I was definitely picking him up in the offseason. I think you were too, Mike. I don't know, just as a consistent back. I think people thought Henry was going to, take another year to kind of fill into that role. It would kind of fight him off. But it really seems it's not going that way for him. I think he's dead.
All right. What about you, Zach, Josh? Dead or back, DeMarco Murray?
Oh, he's going to come back.
Okay.
He'll come back. I think this team is just hitting kind of a rough spot right now. I think they were a little bit overrated going into the season, myself included. I had higher expectations for this Titans offense. But with Mariota hurt, Corey Davis hurt, them kind of transitioning between different options in the passing game, and we're kind of waiting on Derrick Henry to get that lion's share of carries. I think they're just evolving. So I think he'll bounce back. I think he's just had a rough start.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I think that right now is a very buy low moment for him if you're in dynasty leagues and you want to pick him up. And also he may be able to, I mean, especially if Mariota's out for a little bit, I think that he'd be taking on the brunt of the load with him and Derrick Henry, and they might both get some good amount of touches. So I think that give it some time. The game flow the last, in their 2 losses has been away from the run, and beating Seattle and the other team they played escapes me. Jacksonville, both of those games got out of hand, and they didn't really need him. So,
right.
So DeMarco maybe dead, but maybe back. All right. Number 2 on the list, our best friend. It's like not even fun to talk about him anymore. Amari Cooper. So real talk, we crap on him all the time. He's been unproductive. He drops everything. Pro Football Focus has him as one of the worst receivers in the NFL. In 4 games, he got 12 catches, 110 yards, and 1 touchdown. That's 29 fantasy points. That's been surpassed 5 times this year by receivers 1 week. In 1 week, 5 times that's happened. That's scary. I mean, it's 4 games in. Now you got Derek Carr's out. Michael Crabtree might be hurt. Marshawn Lynch has not been the player they thought it was going to be. Is this hurting Cooper? So, Zach, I'll start with you. Moving forward, is Amari Cooper dead or is Amari Cooper back?
He's back. I won't even worry about it. They've had a kind of like Josh said with the Titans. They've had a little bit of a slow start, banged up a little bit. I think they were going to rely more on the rushing game than they Marshawn, because he's not the kind of like the player that I think a lot of people expected. Now be out for like 2 to 3 weeks. He won't be back next week. I'm not going to say he's coming back with a 30-point game there, but I'm not even worried about him. He's a stud.
Okay. Josh, what about you? Amari Cooper dead, back?
I think he's dead for this season. I really do. I've watched a lot of a lot of Raiders games this year, and if you watch Amari Cooper, his route running, doesn't look like he's trying hard. He looks lazy. He doesn't look like he's fighting for balls in jump ball situations. He looks disinterested. And then you factor in that Derek Carr's out for a few weeks, so he's got E.J. Manuel, who played okay when he came in the game the other day. But I don't know. Amari Cooper is this year. If I got him in redraft, I'm very upset because I probably spent a 3rd or 4th round pick on him, and he's getting me there are guys in the 12th, 13th, 14th rounds that are getting more production than him. So I'm not a fan this year, but for dynasty purposes, you can't pass on him. So
He's literally averaging 7 points a game, and most of those came in the first game of the season.
Right.
For me, Amari Cooper, at his current value, at this perceived dynasty value, he is dead. I think that window is starting to close. I saw on Twitter people were trading him for two smaller pieces. The names escape me. I'm not going to make something up. You get a first rounder for him, you're lucky. I think if he can come back and be be better next year, or be better at the end of this year, his value will go back up. Receiver value skyrockets in the offseason, especially young receivers. Look at Stephon Diggs, and it happens. But if he doesn't get better, I mean, he's not going to ever return the value that everyone thought he was going to get as an NFL. Because before it used to be, he's a bad fantasy player, but he's a good NFL player. He's got the pedigree and the blah blah blah. Now he's just not even he's not a good NFL player either right now. So you got to worry about him. And Crabtree, if he's healthy, he's definitely the number one target in there.
Absolutely. Well, hey, talking about Cooper, I agree with what you're saying about dynasty, but I don't think now is the sell low window. I think if you have Amari Cooper on your roster, chances are you paid heavily for him, and you can't cash out now based on his age. You have to wait until he gets a little bit more production going, maybe after like a 30-point week. But I'm not going to turn around and deal Amari Cooper for Isaiah Crowell and Tyler Lockett or something like that. Like, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to go out and give him for like a late first. I would hold him for that price.
So to that point, that was the exact mentality people had last year with Laquan Treadwell. It's like people were like, well, his value is going to be just as low as it is now. May as well hold him. And now, you could probably move Treadwell for like a third or fourth round rookie.
If you're lucky.
So I'm not saying Cooper's going to get to that level, but at this point, over the last year, I mean, you kind of his last few games last year, I mean, you're not getting much out of him, and you invested a lot. And I know people are trying to move him in leagues that we're in, and they don't want to. The stink is there.
So if you were gonna trade him for one rookie pick, what would be the lowest rookie pick you would take, straight up?
I mean, I'd probably take like a mid 2, to be honest.
Really, in dynasty?
I mean, I'm not. I don't know. Maybe an early 2. Maybe an early 2.
So barely a top 15 is what you're saying.
What I mean, look at your late 2s or your late first and your early 2s last year were like Kareem Hunt.
Oh no, I agree. What about you, Zach? What's the lowest pick you're taking for him, straight up?
101.
No.
Plus.
I knew that was coming.
Moving on. Zach, Eric Decker, dead or back? Moving forward.
100% dead.
Dead. Okay, yeah.
I don't even know why he is still playing or why a team signed him. He's dead.
Is he droppable in redraft?
I would.
I would too.
All right.
I would grab him for like a dude like Funchess who just had a great game. Like I would just drop him for literally anybody. You would probably Will Fuller you can get.
I'd drop it for Deontay Tompkins or Thomas.
Thompson.
Yeah.
I would drop him
for my Bears.
One of the J Browns on the Cardinals.
Josh Brown, good guy.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, you figured Decker would have stepped up with the injury to Davis, and then Delaney Walker is up there in age, but I guess so is Decker. Yeah, I agree. I think but Decker is probably a complimentary, a fringe 3 on like a bye week or just a complete dart throw. Same goes AP. God, all these veterans that moved places and thought they were going to get another opportunity. So dumb. AP, dead or back?
Dead.
Dead.
He's
dead as hell. He's dead.
Dead.
The fact that
I don't think
it's not even his skill anymore. It's the fact that he doesn't know because he's that dude. The type of player that he is and the type of mentalities that he has is that he's going to be the starter every single week, and you can't break that from him. He's got that mentality in his head. That's who he is. But he's dead, dude. It's the fact that it's not even his talent anymore. It's the fact that Sean Payton just is never going to start him. He's never going to give him those valuable touches.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram are the two-headed monster there. I just don't see a role for AP. And if you even watched the game this last week, I guess it was in London. Is that right? The Miami-London game?
Yeah.
Whenever Adrian Peterson came in the game, you could call it. You could be like 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain, nothing. And then they would put Kamara in there and he would break off 30-yard runs or 30-yard receptions. AP's dead. This is not a good fit for him, and I think that he's lost a step, and he's dead.
Dead. Agreed. And the last one on here, kind of a sad one because he does produce, but the last couple of weeks he's done nothing. Jason Witten. Jason Witten. Is he done? Is he old and injured, dead and back, or back?
I think that he's just Mr. Reliable, and I think that you'll get a couple more years of him at his current production, just kind of boom or bust, which most tight ends are really boom or bust unless you're talking about the elite guys. I think that for his price, I think that he'll be back. I just think he's, very cheap, but you're not going to be able to get much for him. You're not going to be able to trade him for much.
Yeah, you might as well roster him and then let him go off in the sunset.
Absolutely.
I don't even know if you would consider that dead, though, because, it's not like he had high expectations going into the season.
But, he's startable. Is he someone you can start?
No, you can stream him, but I would.
I don't know. Tight end premium leagues, you might as well put him in there if you can.
Mm-hmm. And then he's not irrelevant by any means. He's just not.
Yeah,
he's a bottom 20 tight end. So.
Yeah. Matt Forte, injured. Bilal Powell and Elijah McGuire have stepped up. Is he back? Does he have a job when he comes back, or is he done? Is he dead?
I think he has a job of some sort. He's got thousands of carries.
Thousands of carries.
No, but really, he's just losing out to fresh legs. And Bilal Powell and Elijah McGuire, those are young guys. Forte in his prime was way more talented than both of those guys put together. But
Bilal Powell is a frustrating player because he's
very much
there. He's always just there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 28. He's going to be 29 in October.
Right.
So he did nothing for like 4 years, it seems like. And then all of a sudden he just steps in every time there's an injury over there. Last one. Real last one. This is a bonus. This came up after we did the show sheet. Cam Newton today.
Wow.
His comments. What's his perception now? He goes from being, Mr. Funny and wears his goofy little outfits to apparently a chauvinistic woman hater, it sounds like. Is he dead or back?
He'll be back. He's young.
Is he ever going to be back?
Yeah, he'll be back. It's just a bad look for what happened. If you watch the video, it was very condescending, and his body language really didn't help either. And he looked like a complete jackass when he said that. I thought the NFL has made some great strides in the past few years of becoming less of a boys' club. You've got women in officiating, coaching staffs, announcing. I think that, the NFL is making the right strides. And then you have one of your superstars, which even if he's not performing like one, Cam Newton is a superstar in the NFL. And you have him come out and say something like that. It's a bad look, and it's complete jackass.
Fair. Okay. All right. Good stuff.
Zach, did you have anything to say about Newton?
No. Kind of douchebaggery. I don't know. He's kind of always been just kind of an asshole. He's now just opening his mouth and talking about the wrong shit. So, I don't know. I've never liked him. But people forget shit so quickly that next week if he goes off, they'll be like, oh my gosh, Cam Newton, I better start him over, Tom Brady, and then people will forget.
Yeah, don't forget, people have to sit during the national anthem again. So that'll be the news cycle in about 25 minutes.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, that does it for our segment, Dead or Back. I like that segment. That's a fun
it's new. We're going to try something different. That segment is back. So every week, this week we went a little player friendly. Next week might be more topical. Week 5, bye weeks happen. We'll see, just little things. We try things every week. I don't think we've had the same format at all. So
nope, we don't. Cool. Let's go on to our next segment, revenge games.
Yes.
That's what we're known for pretty much. We've got a lot of great revenge games this year.
You have a full lineup you could put in DFS.
Oh, we should make a revenge game DFS.
Yes.
And see how that does.
Shout out to Taylor who will put it together. She told me to give her a shout out because she said that we always tell her there's a shout out to let her listen, and then there never is a shout out. And there was one time where she's not going to, and there was. So we'll find out what happens.
Okay. Sounds good. Mike, I'll go ahead and let you start off. What is the revenge game you're watching this week, the one you're most excited about?
At the quarterback position, you have Josh McCown of the New York Jets taking on his former team, the Cleveland Browns. And that will be the McCown revenge game. He's going to just fling the rock to Robbie Anderson and Bilal Powell and Austin Seferian-Jenkins all day. So McCown goes off on the Browns. Browns start off 0-5.
But is it really revenge when McCown is the reason that McCown is relevant in the NFL is because of his job in Cleveland?
I think he
so shouldn't it be like a thank you game?
See, I thought he got relevance from his resurgence with the Bears a couple years ago when he relieved Cutler.
That's true.
He's been everywhere. He went to Tampa. I mean, he's literally played. I forget where he was. I mean, he's been he's got revenge games probably every week if you try hard enough.
Right. He's like the Ted Ginn Jr. of the quarterback position.
Yes, or the Marty Bennett, which we'll get to later.
Okay. Zach, what about you? What's a revenge game you're looking at this week?
Kind of an interesting one. It's going to be Frank Gore versus the 49ers.
Oh.
I don't know if this is the first time he's playing against them.
It is.
Is it? Okay. I know they're in different conferences, so this will be his first game. I don't know. Obviously, he'll go down probably the Hall of Fame because I think he's 3 yards away from breaking Eric Dickerson's or not breaking it for passing him in the rushing yards list there. So he's obviously going to the Hall of Fame. I think people will remember him as a 49er most notably, but he hasn't really fallen off the cliff in Indy. So I think this will be an actual good revenge game where it's not going to be all right, he's got 25 yards, but he passed Eric Dickerson. It'll be a decent game for him.
When does Frank Gore fall off the wagon?
I feel like he is already.
Okay, so this is the year. We're finally here. We've been predicting it for 5 years. And
I feel it. Unless Luck comes back and Gore gets that value back based on the respect of the running game. Brissett's been doing well lately, but their defense is garbage. And so that's probably why they don't have the opportunity to run it as well as they want to, because they don't have a lead and they don't they don't have a lead and they don't have the threat of the pass.
Okay, cool. Well, my revenge game that I'm watching this week is Rashard Matthews, the Tennessee Titans, taking on his former team, the Miami Dolphins. I think that'll be a good one. I mean, Rashard Matthews has been the wide receiver 1 in Tennessee for the past 2 seasons. I think he's one of those undervalued guys because everyone gets hyped up about Delaney Walker and now Corey Davis. But Rashard Matthews has been Mr. Reliable there. And I think that he's going to seek out revenge on the Dolphins, who wouldn't re-sign him to the deal he wanted.
Re-sign him, yeah. People do forget that he was a Dolphin.
They forget it.
Yeah, because they're let's draft Devontae Parker. Yeah, he's real good. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, I think Devontae Parker will be good. Here's one. Who would you rather have, Devontae Parker or Amari Cooper?
Ugh, that class sucked. God.
Whatever. Kevin White was in that class, and Dorial Green Beckham.
Brashard
Pyramid.
Oh my God.
Nelson Aguilar.
Oh, stop.
Wow, that was a dreadful class. Wow.
Yeah. I would probably take Cooper because he's got a better quarterback situation. I don't like Devontae Parker. Akeem Hunt, our boy, not Kareem Hunt.
Akeem
Hunt.
A Hunt,
Just Hunt.
not K Hunt.
Hunt.
A Hunt. Akeem Hunt of the Kansas City Chiefs. The C words. The C words.
The C words. Yeah.
They are on Sunday Night Football. It feels like the freaking Chiefs have been on primetime every week this year. They've been on Sunday night twice, or Thursday and Sunday. Akeem Hunt and Akeem Hunt and the Chiefs against the Houston Texans, who cut him earlier this year. They felt like they didn't need him. They had Dante Foreman and Miller and Alfred Blue and a bunch of other guys. I think there's a Kareem Dent over there too. I'm not joking.
Yeah, he's a quarterback. He's a quarterback.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Hunt will go off. I think 260-3, and they're going to think it's Kareem, and they're going to plan for the wrong guy.
Or maybe I'm thinking of Kareem Jackson because he's also a guy too.
There is a dent on the end.
There is.
Yes.
Okay, Zach, what about you? What's another revenge game?
Another one too. I guess he's also a pretty well-traveled journeyman as well too. Brandon Tate versus the Bengals.
Former Patriot.
a former Patriot as well too. So now he's with Buffalo still. Is it?
Buffalo against the
Buffalo, Cincinnati. So, and he actually didn't do too bad when he went to Cincinnati. He was a good returner. But other than that, he's completely irrelevant and will probably not see the field.
Nope. So his revenge will be getting a paycheck as he stands on the sidelines watching his former team.
yes.
Yes.
One that I'm watching is Pierre Garçon. Garçon is Garçon. Pierre is playing his former team, the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
Should be good. Indianapolis passing defense isn't very good, and Garçon should eat. He should eat.
Yep, that's going to be a shootout. Gore and then Garçon are going to go at it, trying to one-up their former teams.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. We got a couple more. Mike, what's another one you're looking at?
So, first of all, yes, there is an Akeem Dent. He's a Jacksonville Jaguar linebacker.
Oh, my God.
AFC South revenge. Anyway, Marty Bennett of the Packers taking on his former team, the Dallas Cowboys. He's been on a few teams. He just went from a revenge game against the Bears where he caught 6 passes. Now he gets to play the team that I believe drafted him. If it wasn't him, it was the Giants. Yes. Okay. And so Bennett's probably going to want revenge because he has a chip on his shoulder his whole life for no reason. And so he will try to do what he can. Okay. And it's Fox Game of the Week. So it's Packers Cowboys. That's like Fox. They cream themselves over that game. And it's probably a Joe Buck and Aaron Andrews game, and they're going to go crazy.
That's a rematch from the playoffs last year.
Oh, yeah, too. That's the Des Cottick game.
And it's a rematch of the drop ball. Des dropped it.
The Des Cottick game, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What were you saying about the robot, Zach?
Yes.
I don't know. Do they still have the robot on Fox?
No, you don't have TV, so stop.
Okay.
And we got one more revenge game. It's probably the biggest one of the week. And, Zach, I'll let you have this one.
So this is the third showdown of this great game of the Eli Manning, drafted by the Chargers, cried, had his daddy call the Chargers and bitch at them, and then had he had a trade pulled off to where he went from the Chargers to the Giants, and then of course Rivers, is now a Charger. So that's the revenge game. There is the what if was a Giant and Eli was a Charger revenge game. It's Rivers' revenge game because the Giants have won 2 championships and Eli stumbled into them with his fucking pants over his head.
Over your Patriots.
Your Patriots too, Mike. Your Patriots too, Mike.
Only when they win. Don't forget that. Don't forget Rivers backed up Breeze for 2 years in 04 and 05 before he got a chance to start. So
that's true. People forget.
Yeah, Breeze went to the Chargers, and then Darren Sproles followed him out there.
I know that.
Go ahead.
I know that hindsight is 20/20, but that's looking like it worked out pretty well for Eli, not going to the Chargers and going to the Giants. I mean, he won 2 Super Bowls, and the Chargers have been the most unlucky team in the past 15 years. I mean, just tons of players. They've lost to injuries every year. They've never – what's the furthest they ever went in the playoffs? Have they been to an AFC championship game?
They went to the AFC championship.
The year the Patriots were undefeated.
That's right.
They were leading in the second half, I'm pretty sure. And then,
right.
And then it was it was a stupid game, 21-12 or some shit. So, yeah.
But still, I mean, they always underperform. What are they now? Are they 1-?
No, they're 0-4.
They're 0-4. Okay.
They lost games because they lost their first 2 games because of missed field goals by the Chinese guy, and then
that's racist.
I'm sorry, Korean? No, not Korean. Taiwanese.
He's South Korean.
Oh, whatever. And then they lost the last 2 games because they just, Rivers. He's out there. Rivers. He's silly. He's just out there trying to throw the ball and gets angry. Those gifs of Phillip Rivers are the best.
What about the recent reports that the NFL is going to abandon the Los Angeles Chargers and might move them back to San Diego? We botch on this pod every single week, twice a week, but there's no way we could ever botch as big as the NFL did by moving the Chargers to Los Angeles. What do y'all think?
It's going to be a train wreck. They haven't even – they've been there for, 4 games, and there's half the stadium is empty or it's half full. Maybe it's half full.
Yeah, they can't fill the whole stadium. It's terrible.
And the stadium only sits what is it? It's not very many people. It's not a full NFL stadium.
It's the college stadium, right?
Yeah, it's a college.
I thought it was the StubHub, the soccer stadium.
Oh, it's soccer. It's soccer. You're right.
So, and they can't even fill up a soccer stadium in America to watch professional football. Wow. Okay, well, that does it for revenge games. If you got any revenge games we missed, be sure to hit us up on Twitter at Botch Pod, and we'll always read those out on the next show. Let's get to our next segment, Shootout of the Week. Shootout of the Week is New England versus Tampa Bay. Teams are in first and third in giving up points to opposing QBs, first and fourth in points allowed to wide receivers, and the Patriots have given up the most fantasy points to running backs. So fire up everyone, am I right?
Way to read that by verbatim.
I wasn't ready for it. I was like,
Should have just passed it off to me since I put that together. But
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. Yeah, please play everybody. Gronkowski's questionable. He showed up on the injury report, so.
Oh, and Edelman will be out. Edelman's out.
Edelman's out. Brandon.
Which running back do you start for the Patriots?
James White. James White every time. James White and log off.
Lawrence Maroney.
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Corey Dillon.
He's never fumbled. Never fumbled as a Patriot.
We have a viewer, guys. If whoever you are viewing the pod,
it's
We're
Andrew.
sorry.
Tweet us so we know who you are.
It's Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Shout out, Andrew.
No, but really, yeah, the Patriots the Patriots have been a porous defense, and everybody is eating against them. So why not Evans and Doug Martin comes back? So no more Chuck Sims, no more Jiz Rodgers.
What happened? Oh, Jeremy McNichols. That's right. He got cut because he's trash. Because he's absolute trash.
Did you watch him on Hard Knocks? He looked just like an asshole, just completely entitled. He would pout when he wouldn't do well. Yeah, not a fan of Jeremy McNichols. There were people drafting him in the late first round in some rookie drafts, which is insane to me. And now he's not even – is he on the practice squad in San Francisco, or did he get cut from that?
No, I think he's playing Pee Wee football again.
He's dead.
He just downgraded.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Okay. Cool. Well, Mike, I'm going to let you take this next segment, Stream of the Week, because I don't know what it is.
The stream. You can't read it, or you don't know what a Stream of the Week is?
I don't
understand.
He can't read
it.
Says.
He can't read it.
I can't read it.
Oh, I closed it.
Okay. Here I'm going to try and read it best to my understanding.
No, I got it.
Giants are giving up a TD to tight ends all 4 weeks. Most points to tight ends. So you're saying you need to start tight ends against the Giants. So
yes,
Antonio Gates or Hunter Henry.
Yeah, fire up Hunter Henry and.
Okay, I get it now. Fire them up.
So usually when you stream a position, that means that you're going to play a matchup.
I know what that means. I just didn't understand. I thought you were going to give us players to stream.
He didn't understand the words with the letters that were smashed together, and then how to read from left to right. That's where he was confused.
I got confused. It was the left to right part that got me. I get the letters streamed together, but I was reading it like I read anime.
Anime. Oh my god.
Or whatever they're called. The books, the Japanese books you read backwards.
Are you excited to come to Chicago?
That's the Koran.
That is the Koran. That is not the Koran. That is illegal. I don't think you could say that, actually.
Oh, shit. Muhammad. Sanu.
Hey,
Sanu.
nice.
Muhammad Sanu.
He said Muhammad Wilkerson.
Is Julio going to play this week?
I don't know.
I think everybody in Atlanta is dead, so this will be a this will be the Roddy White coming
revenge
back game.
Fire up Levi Toilolo.
And Tevin Coleman. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt Ryan will probably have a rushing touchdown for some reason.
Patty DeMarco.
Patty DeMarco is not there anymore. That's okay.
That's depressing.
He did
cool,
not.
We got one more.
Go ahead.
We have one more stream of the week. I can read this time. The Titans have allowed 7 top 20 wide receiver performances in PPR this year. The next highest team has given up 4 top 20. So pretty much every single Dolphin receiver, start them, fire them up. Jarvis Landry, Devontae Parker, and one more guy, Leonte Carew. Actually, no, don't start him. Don't start him.
Good old number 88.
Start him if you definitely want to lose. Just like I would never start him or Allen Hurns because they were 88. That's the sole reason.
88 is not a tight end number. Don't forget that.
88 is a tight end number.
I mean, you taught me it is only a tight end number. Don't trust a receiver that's number 88. Like
or running back that's 88.
What number is Des Bryant?
Des caught it.
He caught it.
Yeah, see, but that's different because 88 has a history there.
Michael Irvin. Bubba Franks, though, for the he's a tight end for the Packers.
Oh, my gosh, see? Bubba Frank's revenge game. Fire him up.
That doesn't make any sense in this case.
Right.
Okay. Well.
Okay, well, that was fun, guys. That does it for the Botch Pod tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Josh Bennett, and you can find me on Twitter at DynastyJosh. You can follow Michael Vincent on Twitter at MVTweetsHere. And you can follow Zach Van Kirk at ZachVK with 3 H's. ZACHHVK. God, I hate your handle. Follow our podcast on Twitter at Botch Pod, and we're always down to answer questions, so shoot them our way. Be sure to check out our work on fakepigskin.com, and please sign up for mock drafts. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye. You will not see us on Sunday.
Oh, we will see you. I'll be in Chicago. We'll see you next week on Wednesday.
Goodbye.